you so much, Madam President. First, I condemn Russia's latest attack to civilian targets in Kiev. This also hit a diplomatic mission of the European Union. This shows how Russia has no intentions of ending this war. But thank you, dear Ursula, for your visit. It comes at a meaningful time, meaningful moment, as Finland marks 30 years of EU membership. Over these decades, we have deepened our European integration, and our membership has made Finland stronger and safer. Your presence here today is a powerful signal of the Commission's commitment to our security. Today, on the Gulf of Finland, we witnessed the expertise of the Finnish border guard in action. Together with our Baltic partners, we are successfully countering Russia's shadow fleet and safeguarding Europe's critical undersea infrastructure. It was a little over a year ago we stood together at Finland's eastern border, which is also the EU's and NATO's border. I want to thank you for the clear understanding you have shown regarding the protection of our external borders. That understanding is now reflected in the Commission's proposal for the next EU budget. Border funding for Finland will rise to 1.6 billion, 1 billion more than in the current period. This is an existential and very welcome step. The livelihood in eastern Finland are a crucial part of our whole of society approach of security. At the same time, we must continue to strengthen Europe's defense. The threat from Putin's Russia will not disappear, even if the fighting in Ukraine ends. Putin can't be trusted. Russia is already moving forces closer to Europe's eastern flank. Europe must respond with unity and resolve, making clear that we take our defense and security seriously. It is vital that NATO continues to grow stronger. I am often asked whether we Finns are afraid. My answer is clear. We are not afraid, we are prepared. We have always stood firm here, taking responsibility, preparing and building confidence in the future. This is why I am also glad to bring good news from Finland. After many, many difficult years, we have many positive signals finally from our economy. But it's not enough. We have to do more on European level. That is why we fully support the Commission's efforts to boost Europe's competitiveness. And Finland will contribute actively with our own proposals, as we have done. Increased investments in research and innovation, the clean transition and digitalization are the right priorities. This morning, my government decided to support the Commission's 90% climate target for 2040. Finland's electrification and clean transition are advancing rapidly, backed by major new investment plans. We are also at the forefront on the digital economy. Finland is investing in data centers, developing quantum computing, bioeconomy solutions, telecom networks and artificial intelligence. Soon, Finland will host one of the first European AI factories. Lumi AI, it means snow. Finally, I want to underline my deep appreciation for our cooperation with the European Commission and with you personally, Ursula. Thank you once again. Let us continue this important work together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister, dear Petteri. Thank you for the very warm welcome to Helsinki and showing me the Turva. This ship, I think, is a powerful symbol of Finland's preparedness. As you just said, you are prepared, ready to deter threats and to defend European interests at sea. As you've described, Finland has always lived next to a dangerous and unpredictable neighbor. Putin has not changed. He is a predator. And it was impressive for me to hear that your border with Russia is 1,300 kilometers. But I want to reassure you and Finland that it is not only Finland's border. This border is also a European border, very clearly. And therefore, it's our shared responsibility to protect it. And that is why, in our proposal for the next modern EU budget, we are tripling investment in migration and border protection, indeed. And member states with a direct border with Russia and Belarus will receive additional EU funding, also to support the livelihood of the border regions, which is so important to invest there too. I also want to remind that cohesion policy will remain at the heart of our budget, and I can recommend to use the new flexibilities of the cohesion funding, not only for border protection, but also for the border regions, to develop the border regions. So we continue to support both border security and strong livelihood. Dear Petteri, the risks that Finland has warned about for years have now materialized. Russia's brutal war against Ukraine is now in its 4th year. It is obvious that Putin will not stop there. We had presentations today how Russia is probing the vulnerabilities of our infrastructure. We're seeing serious damage to our critical networks, such as the S-Link 2 power cable, for example. And the shadow fleet in the Baltic Sea is still fueling Russia's war economy. This was very impressive for me to see today, the facts and figures that you presented. And therefore, I see very clearly that we will have to step up our actions against the shadow fleet. I want to assure you that when Finland is tested, our whole union is tested. And that is why, as we continue to strengthen Ukraine's defense, we also take greater responsibility to strengthen our own defense. And this is the logic behind our new up to 800 billion euro defense industrial plan to strengthen our own defense. And in this plan is the joint procurement instrument that we call SAFE, which is turva, as I've learned in Finnish. With SAFE, we are producing the capabilities that Europe needs most. So the emphasis with SAFE is on joint procurement. If you think about air and missile defense, if you think about drones or cyber defense, just to name a few. And of course, it also includes the work that we do together for the resilience of our critical infrastructure. The demand for common European investment is very obvious. 19 member states, and this includes Finland, have requested support under SAFE, and I'm very pleased to announce that we have reached full subscription of the instrument, so of the whole 150 billion euro, and this is a good sign. Many member states have indicated that they will also use the SAFE funding to support the Ukrainian defense industry. So this whole approach is a true European success, and we are on the right track. There's lots of work ahead of us, but we are on the right track.